I'm Dave Simon, and I'm going to do a quick overview of the 60-minute consultation coaching call. Really, this is just the website design and messaging portion. And during your call, we'll look at your website and your competitor's website, as well as a non-music school's website. We'll also, or now what we'll do is we'll just we'll go through these different parts of the consultation call, but we'll do it looking at a different school's website. Just want to give you a sense of how it's all going to look. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to perform the 5-second test. This is kind of a play off of Donald Miller's the grunt test. And this whole idea is that people should be able to land on your website and identify 3 things. What is this? What's in it for me, and what should I click on? So let's do the 5-second test now on our 3 different sample websites. What is this? What's in it for me? And what should I click on? What is this? What's in it for me? What should I click on? What is this? What's in it for me? What should I click on? Okay, so let's start from the beginning here. What is this? It says we help people learn how to play music. So it's a music teaching studio. What's in it for me? It's going to make my kid feel good about himself. It says music lessons and band classes as cool as your kid. So it's selling a feeling. And what should I click on? The Start Today button. There's one here, there's one there, but this is obviously the more prominent one. Okay, let's look at this. What is this? It says, we organize your stuff. So that's what they do. They organize your stuff. What's in it for me? It's going to make my life easier. So they're selling peace of mind. And what should I click on to, or what do they want me to click on? Get organized now. Okay, what is this? It's carpet cleaning. It says spring carpet cleaning. What's in it for me? I have a clean carpet. It doesn't really say anything else. It's not like the other ones that has a secondary little tagline. So they don't really have the what's in it for me, but it's implied through the pictures that this mess is going to be cleaned. And what do they want me to clean on? This button right here. Get your quote and schedule instantly. Okay, so let's head back here. So that's the 5-second test. So when you go to your website, within 3 to 5 seconds, those 3 questions need to be answered. Let's look at the above the fold design. The above the fold is the top portion of your main page on your website. It's what people initially land on when they go to your home page or your landing page. So it's really a super important part of real estate on your website. We're going to let's first look at the triangle pattern. These websites should all have a triangle pattern with the logo, call to action, and then a secondary call to action. So let's take a look. Logo left-hand corner, call to action upper right, call to action in the bottom towards the center, and it creates this triangle pattern. Let's look at perfectly placed. Logo, upper left, call to action upper right, call to action. Almost an identical layout as this website in terms of the triangle. Let's take a look here. A little bit different. Logo, call to action, but it's not centered. It's moved over to the left, but I think that works really great here in this case. Let's look at the main headline. All these should have a main headline. This one, oddly enough, isn't featured, or it's not bold like that one. You'd think that one would be the more prominent one. The main headline is, we help people learn how to play music. We organize your stuff so life is easier. Spring carpet cleaning. So they're all really using, it's very simple language, you know, you want to make it so that anyone can understand it. Yeah, like I said earlier, these all have a secondary headline, little tagline, except for this one for Stanley Steamer. Call to action. Let's look at the placement and the message. There's, this and perfectly placed are the same. Upper right, right in the center. But this one says start today. So it's action oriented. Let's make this happen right now. This one says get organized now. Let's make it happen. And this one is get your quote and schedule instantly. So this one's instant. This is now. And this is today. Notice that they're not using anything like learn more or request info. Those are really weak call to actions. People are on your website to buy. They're not there to learn more. They're interested in buying. If they want to learn more, they can learn more. You've got different menu items for that. A featured image. It's does it show the customer having a peak moment? And how does it tie in with your core message? Well, their core message is about making kids feel good, making them feel cool. And this image shows kids feeling good, doing something cool. So it's a good job of being tied in with their core message. It shows kids engaged with the product. Unfortunately, you really can't see their faces so well. I think that's really unfortunate. If this girl was looking out towards us and maybe looking towards the call to action, that her eyes were, in that direction, it would be super effective. It would help direct the website visitor to that call to action. Let's take a look at, this shows the customer not engaged in the service, but what her life will look like after the service has been completed. She's being appreciated by her daughter. She's the hero of the family. This one's really interesting. So this really shows the customer at a low point. You walking into your living room and this is what you see. So this is going to motivate somebody to take action. This is the problem. Excuse me. And what's interesting about this, we talked about this girl, and had she been looking, that would be helpful. This is probably why they place the call to action here. Is the dog his eyes are looking in the direction of this call to action. So that's really great. This girl, she's sort of looking down. It's creating this line towards it. Not as much as this, but something to think about is how can your subject in your photograph, with their eye or their positioning, help direct the website visitor to the call to action. So let's look at main menus. You want your main menus to be as few, as limited as possible. Too many menu options overwhelms the website visitor, and they just don't know where to go. There's too much to choose from, so they bail. They'll leave your website. They've got five menu items. They've got 2, and they have a few more here. These guys are franchised, so I think that makes sense. And one thing, we all have multiple offerings for music lessons, so use it as a drop down. That's really great. They don't even really need that contact info button here. They don't really need the blog. I mean, just a few menu items. Let's see. Yeah, if you've got your about, your lessons, classes, and maybe you can have a video, some other fourth menu item. Photos. Let's look at what's the emotional triggers? Are these photos setting off emotions to the website visitor? Do they show the customer having a peak moment? And what story does it tell? Well, let's look here. This shows a kid, playing drums, looking happy. That's great. These are not effective photos because it's just showing instruments. Your customer is not interested in instruments. They're interested in this. Their child looking happy. This would be really great for a company that's maybe selling pianos or selling bass guitars or mandolins. So not a great job here in terms of consistently showing customers engage in the product, but here they do it. Let's take a look at Perfectly Placed. This is a great hero image, full of emotions. It makes the website visitor say, I want to be that person. I want to be appreciated. I want a clutter-free life. Let's see if they have any other pictures. This is great, a before and after. So this is, I desire this. I want this. This is similar to the carpet one. It's showing the problem. And here's what it looks like afterwards. So let's take a look here, right? This is, full of emotion, full of disappointment. And let's move onward. And what story, does it tell? I think we kind of covered that a little bit already. Okay, let's move on. Design below the fold. Is it clear and simple? Are there consistent patterns and symmetry? Does a call to action reoccur? Let's just take a look at some of these. Let's go to their, yes, it is. Look how just clean and simple it is. Here you've got this sort of horizontal design, and then it goes into this sort of this clear pattern, and then a new design, but things are just laid out in these different sections. So really good job here. Same with perfectly placed. You have these different sections. So you've got text, and then it's got this gray, banner going across. The colors indicate that you're in a new section. Now you've got this kind of vertical design, 3 simple steps. So navigation is just super simple. Reoccurring call to action. Let's take a look at this. So here's our first call to action. Get organized. Call today. There's another call to action down here to opt in to get her book. This is really great because it's saying, hey, we're here to organize stuff and your stuff, and you got to pay for it. But hey, we'll give you this free book on 3 secrets to organizing anything. Someone might think, yeah, I'll just grab that and I'll figure it out on my own. Hopefully they'll read it and go, this is great. You know what, maybe I should. This is more complex. And I realize I will go and hire them after all. Footer. Your website should have a footer where it's got all your contact info. And the phone number should be clickable. I'm assuming that they all have this. Yeah, they do. And your social media icon should be down there. Like they've got it. You don't want them at the top or in the middle, because if you do, it's an invitation for people to leave your website. You don't want people to leave your website. Let's look at contact form. Should be really simple. Just a few items. Each time you add another block to your contact form, you're increasing your chances that the person is just going to say, it's too much information. See studios where they ask for address and how'd you hear about us? Save that for the phone call. Save that for when they enroll. You just want their name, their phone number, and email. That's all you need to start the sales process. It's a pretty easy enough form to fill out. And then you want to social media icons. You talked about a map. Having a map at the bottom of your website is a really great idea. Let's look at landing pages. Your landing pages should be set up just like your home page. So it should look like a home page. Because people, if someone Googled, like at this school, music lessons for 4-year-olds, it would take them to this page. It wouldn't take them to their home page. So you really want your landing page to really function like a home page. This is what it is. Here's your call to action buttons, a little description of the program. So it's a more simple design, but it's really functioning like a home page. And you want your sales copy to be customer centric. You're not so much talking about the features of your product, but how it's going to benefit the customer. So take a look at this. This is great sales copy. Okay, she organizes your stuff so your life is easier. So let's read her sales copy. Life is full of long work days, unexpected roadblocks, and everyday challenges. It's these things that fill our time and keep us from getting what our hearts long for, a place to rest. You've tried to organize your home by yourself. Your kitchen's cluttered. She's just, pain. Here's a solution, a perfectly placed. We'll eliminate the clutter, set up organizing systems, and find the perfect place for everything in your home so you can focus on what matters. So she doesn't talk about her product and what she's going to do. She's saying, I understand your problem. I understand the stress in your life. I understand your frustration. You're trying to do it on your home. You're trying to be a good parent, but you just can't get it all done. Well, here's the solution. We're here to help you. And that's really all they say. They don't go into the details about what they're going to do. That's probably somewhere else on the website. But you really want to have customer-centric sales copy. You want to continually have call to action buttons. There we go. He's got another call to action. And optimize for SEO. We'll talk about that on the call. So that's really it. That's the whole website portion. You know, I went through it pretty quickly, but before you you know, we do our call, take a look at your website and see how well it holds up to this criteria.